Now that we understood the logic of our app, we are ready to move to the jQuery code structure. So first of all, let's delete the lines we have written to learn Canvas. So our code structure is going to be as following. So first, we are going to declare the variables we're going to need inside our code. So the first one is going to be a painting erasing variable, which is going to be a boolean, and it's going to be true if we are either painting or erasing. And it's going to happen if we are inside our container, holding the mouse key and moving the mouse inside the container. It's going to be false if we are outside the container or not holding the mouse key. Okay. Now, the next variable is going to be a variable saying if we are painting or erasing. So if that variable is true, this second variable is going to be either painting or erasing. So if we are drawing inside our canvas, we're going to be either painting or erasing. Next, we are going to get the canvas and context, and that's going to be necessary to draw on the container or draw on the canvas. Next, we're going to get the canvas and context for drawing, okay? And also, we are going to get the canvas container. So we need to differentiate between the context and the container. So the context is used for drawing. The container is the HTML elements that we defined earlier inside our index.html file. And we're going to use this container for mouse events like mouse up and mouse leave. Okay. And then we're going to define a variable. It's going to be an object where we're going to place the coordinates of the mouse or the mouse position. So you're going to need those coordinates when we are painting. Okay. Next, we are going to load any saved work from local storage. So if we saved any work in the past, we are going to load it to our context. And then we are going to set the drawing parameters. So you're going to set the initial line width, line join, and line cap. And then we are going to write the code that needs to be executed when we click inside the container. And that's going to be mainly setting the variable painting erasing to true. Okay. Because we're going to be either painting or erasing after that if we move the mouse and hold the mouse key. Now, if we move the mouse while holding the mouse key, that's exactly what we just covered. So we're going to be painting or erasing. And then on mouse up, we are not going to be painting or erasing anymore. So our variable painting erasing is going to be set to false. And then if we leave the container, we're going to do exactly the same thing. So we're going to set this variable to false as we're not going to be painting and we're not going to be erasing. Then we're going to write the code corresponding to clicking on the reset button, which will empty our canvas. And then we're going to write code for the save button. So we're going to save our canvas as a picture or an image in local storage. I'm going to show you how to use local storage. It's pretty easy. And then we are going to write code for the erase button. So once we click on the erase button, we want to do two things. So first of all, we want to make the button active by changing its CSS. So we're going to create a CSS class. And once we click on the button, we're going to add this class to the button. And also we're going to change the value of the variable painting or erasing to erasing. And if we click on the button again, we're going to go back to painting. Okay. Then we're going to write code for changing the color input. So once we pick up a new color, then we're going to make sure that we change the stroke style property. And if we start painting, we're going to use that color. So we're going to write code for this. And then we're going to write code for changing the line width using the slider. Okay. And finally, we're going to write any functions we need for our code. So in the next video, we are going to start writing our code.